Radio. Wrestling podcast featuring Ramen Bomber and Rab and the one and only Peanut. Woo! Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Bitches.
Seth Rollins dresses like a fucking dickhead. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. What a moron.
He's a bigger heel than Kevin Owens.
Number 8, Dean Ambrose.
It wasn't a shot at Dean Ambrose, it was a shot at you.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Jobber Radio here. It's been a while. We missed the last show. We were supposed to do a little build-up for SummerSlam. Sorry about that, guys. Things just didn't work out. But we're here today, and we got a lot. I mean, I'm talking a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about some of SummerSlam and a whole lot of news as we build up towards No Mercy and Hell in a Cell. But first of all, I am Jake, a.k.a. Bomber. I want to tell you guys real quick, you need to follow us at Jobber Radio. We do a lot of JRPL, which is the Jobber Radio Prediction League stuff. You predict the pay-per-views, you get matches, you go for titles, we have storylines. We're trying to have storylines anyway. It's a lot of fun. So far, a lot of people like it, and you need to check it out. But other than that, I think you guys need to give us a good review. I'm not going to ask for 5 stars. I'm going to ask for a good review, okay? I already made that fucking mistake. Just give us a good review over on iTunes. We really would appreciate it. And I guess let's get to everybody else who's here today. Peanut's here. Peanut, what you got going on, man?
Nothing much. I just want to give a shout out to the Jobber Radio universe. If you guys can all do me a favor and get trending on Twitter, hashtag the one and only Peanut. That'd be great. That'd be phenomenal. That's really my only plug. Glad to be here. I think I've missed the last 15 shows.
It's okay.
But summer's a little busy, but I'm ready to win the fall because that's what we do here at Jobber Radio. We compete.
Win the fall. We win the fall. I like it. So also here today, Scott. What's going on?
I was holding in that cough for a while, waiting to get to me. Everything is good. I had to cough there for a sec. I just want to jump in there and say, yeah, we want a good review, but I want to see an honest review. I said that last time, too. If you think we suck, tell us.
Well,
we'll get better.
Well, sure. I'm not telling people to lie.
Yeah. Oh, see, when you said good, you didn't mean just positive. You meant, an honest
I mean,
good.
if you have a bad review,
we're good. We're fine.
Just don't do it.
Yeah, if it's a bad review, keep it to yourself.
Send it to us on Twitter.
Don't give us any way to possibly get better ever. We're fine. We know what you want. Oh wait, that's Vince. Shit. Anyway, yeah. So we're here. My stuff's at guiltypleasurecinema.com. Cyclops Scott on YouTube. Leave it at that for now. You can find it. It's all there.
And the other half of the Outsiders, we're talking Lee. What's going on, dude?
I'm really indifferent as to what the marks in our audience actually think of our podcast,
That's true.
to tell you the truth. And they can all just sit there and have it spoon-fed to them like they deserve. I'm fine. They Must Be Destroyed on Sight is my movie review podcast, tmbdos.podbean.com. Check that out and also be educated on movies like you're educated by me on wrestling on this show.
Cool. So before we get into it, I do want to bring up this slightly little serious note here. Matt Zion and Rab are not on the show. Rab has family and friends in Houston right now, so he said he kind of isn't in the mood for wrestling stuff at the moment. So just want to just want to kind of wish him some good stuff, good vibes going his way. And Matt Zion, he's got a lot going on in his stuff too. He's got YouTube issues and other stuff. So also. We'll get stuff going on with those guys soon. They're just kind of dealing with some stuff. So just a heads up, a little update on them, why they kind of haven't been around as much lately. So just give them some time. They'll be back. Don't worry, guys.
It almost feels hollow to say thoughts and prayers because, the whole thing with that. But it legit is. We're pulling for these guys. So, yeah.
Yep. So,
and in the meantime, you guys are stuck with me.
There you go. When all else fails, we have Peanut.
In my head, the field music starts. Bennett,
Yep.
See, it's essentially Peanut is the WWE version of ECW. So if you really liked ECW, this is what you're getting this time around.
I'm the most over podcaster on the Java Radio. I mean, I don't read what the people are saying, but I assume the comment section's like, "Go Peanut, Peanut's the best."
It's always epic.
It's
always epic.
It's close.
We're telling the audience it is, therefore it must be.
If they know it's good for them, they are.
Yeah. Oh
All
shit!
right.
We all just heel turned. Fuck.
It is time. It's time to get into it. Fucking Peanut glory days here. Let's just start with SummerSlam because that's what just happened. Let's do that right off the bat here.
Predictions. Oh, shit,
first of all, overall thoughts. Let's do overall thoughts first on just from top to bottom, just overall. Scott, what'd you think? How'd you feel about the show?
It was 6 hours and had a good, fun main event.
Oh yes.
No, actually the tag match with the Usos and New Day was cool too, but it was pre-show, so it was shunted off.
That's true.
Honestly, there were matches that, like, why is this here? There were matches, like, I get some of the stuff, like Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, that seemed like a proper SummerSlam kind of thing, and it would have been so much better, and I know you shouldn't knock what didn't happen on the show for what happened on the show, but the build of that match was... How will Bray deal with Finn and the back and forth? But then they had a match on Raw, and then he's like, "I want a rematch with I'll be the demon for it." It's like, why would you give that away? Why wouldn't you just have Bray like, "All right, Finn, come on out," and the demon comes out and is like, "Oh shit," and then he's like, "Okay, it's on." Like, what if Bray was like, "Oh fuck,
that is one thing that I feel like we would have brought up.
In 5 seconds, it was great. It would have been great, but I mean, the right guy won. But that's how the whole show felt. Like Rusev and Orton, 3 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Why did you do that?
And then, I don't know. I guess I'll go real quick. I was surprised on how many fucking titles changed hands. I was shocked at almost all of them. Was it a record?
Granted, they have more titles than they've ever had before.
Right.
Even including WCW.
Is that official though? Was it a record?
It was a record, yes.
Wow.
I didn't check myself, but I saw postings saying that it was, yes.
Oh, wow.
But I was thinking that, like, another one. At one point, they had almost as many titles when they had the WCW era, but they've got more now, even, with the Cruiser, on both women's, and yeah. It's a record.
The only titles
and AJ Styles said, "Fuck that," and decided.
The only retains were the three highest matches: the United States title and both top titles, WWE and Universal. Everything else, literally every other title, changed hands, which was
and now
insane.
I said this, and I know Lee, you were like, as a history buff, I do like titles changing hands, and I like stuff like that. I like history legitimately being made because that's kind of neat. And okay, new stuff, yay! But after a while, it was like, fuck, now they're just doing it to have titles change.
Right.
Oh, well, they're changing. I'm still, I'm cool with that. That's neat, but, oh, fuck.
I should have thought
it just felt like, for this show, like, they were just like, this is direction we want to go in, so we're going to forget everything we're doing, and we're just going to, like, reset and have these random bouts and title change, and, I don't know, it just felt like on a big show, it just felt like, it's SummerSlam, let's change direction and with everything towards WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep just harping on it right now because we got a lot to talk about and I'm interrupting your segments even, but they could have easily spread a lot of these title changes around to make other shows feel special too. But they just put them all into one, and I think that's because they've had that for a while. So why is SummerSlam any different than Battleground or Money in the Bank? So maybe that's what they were going for. But I think I'm giving them too much credit even with that. And I'm not normally the anti-WWE guy. I just think this was weird. And why the hell is Natalya the women's champion? I mean, what?
I mean, I like Natalya a lot, but that was absolutely that was one of the biggest shocks of the night for me.
She should not be WWE women's champion.
The thing with the other women's title, Sasha Banks, I didn't realize until the show started. Once the show started, I said, you know what? God damn it. WWE always fucking does this. Whenever there's like an injury or a fill-in, they always have the other person come in and fucking get the surprise win. I should have fucking saw that shit coming when I was predicting there. I should have saw it coming and I didn't. But they always fucking do that. And then look what happened. They already just put the title back on Alexa Bliss this week. So
it's been so long since we've done an episode. They changed the opponent.
Yes.
Had the title change and she won it back.
Yes, unfortunately, it has been a month since we've had a show here.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
Sasha, what Alexa said was right. Sasha has never successfully defended that women's title, and she's held it 4 times.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's
Now, that's a record they fell into, not unlike the New Days. Like, let's have them be 500 days.
Yeah.
That's a legit record, but this time it was like, all right, now we're going to make it be a thing, which I'm kind of okay with, but it's better than if she never won it. Like, Becky only won it once and never won it again, and now no one really looks at her like, oh, she's a threat. Well, no, because she never could get it done since. At least Sasha kept winning.
one of the big surprises that I enjoyed, actually, which I didn't think was going to happen, was Ambrose and Rollins taking the win, taking the titles there. I know, like, right before the show started, everybody was big on Ambrose and Rollins, but man, I really did. Even though I'm an Ambrose mark, which everybody knows, Cesaro and Sheamus, I really fucking like them as a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking damn good. But hey, Ambrose Rollins,
they kind of had to do that. I mean, that was one of those things where even the WWE wasn't that stupid. It was like, yeah, we got to switch the titles if we're gonna have these two as a team. I mean, goddamn.
And it was actually I haven't really seen what people have been thinking about it, but I've really enjoyed the whole Ambrose Rollins and Cesaro and Sheamus thing they've been doing. So,
at least it's something for them. At least they're giving them something to do.
Yeah,
it's one of those, like, I think there would be sometimes, like, when the main guy has to, like, take that spot back from the main spot. Sometimes, like, Ambrose was in this for, like, 2 years. Where, like, they don't know what to do with them, and this is, like, a situation where it's, like, it's working. And, it, like, a lot of times it doesn't, so it's a pleasant surprise.
That's a formula they've used in the past, too, and they've had, of course, Ambrose and Rollins have sort of really fallen out of the main event scene, right? But this is a kind of like Austin, Shawn Michaels, or Austin McFoley kind of idea, where you take two main eventers or upper mid card guys and you stick them in the tag team for a little while to get them some heat again and get their stories going again. And
yeah, and I think this is some of my favorite stuff Ambrose has done lately, which is no big shocker there because he's been kind of lost in the shuffle. But
right.
But yeah, the only last thing I had to say about the show was that main event was fucking amazing. I thoroughly love the main event. So it made up for the whole 6 hours. It was worth the fucking wait. And unfortunately, I literally watched I watched in the entire fucking 6 hours from point A to point B. Yeah,
I follow it on Twitter and YouTube stuff, and even that felt long.
It was extremely long. It was extremely long, as always, and as expected. I expected it to be a long thing, but man, that main event, I was still all for it. I was not burned out. I was not ready to turn it off. I was all in for that main event.
It put the crowd back into it too.
Yeah, no, it was fucking so good. It's
so weird
good.
How SummerSlam really, even though it had, like I said, big names on it, a lot of title matches, whatever, going in, it was still kind of a one-match show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody just cared about that title match. Like, this is why we're all here. Yeah, cool, there's a tag title match. There's 2 of them. Oh, neat. There's some women's matches.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Shinsuke, neat. Okay, yeah. But fuck that main event, yeah. Like, that's how it seemed.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't done this that often, but unfortunately, I would give this show overall probably a thumbs down. The main event, literally just like you said, only one match show. The Mahal Shinsuke was terrible. AJ Styles Owens was good. That was probably the second best. I did like the tag team, the Ambrose and Rollins match, but the rest of them, even the Usos and New Day was good, but nowhere near as good as what they recently just had. So, yeah, overall, not that great. Even the Neville match wasn't that good. It was okay.
Big Show, though.
Don't even fucking bring up Big Show and Big Cass. That was fucking dog shit. I fucking hate Big Cass more than anything. I'm glad he's hurt. Anyway, Lee, sorry, I know it took forever. Lee,
I was watching something with someone who wasn't a wrestling fan, and the whole time they're like, "Why is that guy up in the cage?" And I was like, I don't know.
Did they then ask why is he squirting baby oil all over his body? Which,
I mean, this was. That's when it got weird.
That was the only part of that match I kind of liked because that's amusing, right? But then it led to nothing. It led to him dropping down and getting destroyed.
And another big boot, same as he's been getting the entire build up. Just kick to the face.
Now he's on 205 Live.
He got injured, giving Enzo the accidental win, and now he's on 205 Live.
Yeah, he's out of everyone's face.
So Lee, what was your thoughts there on overall? Just thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you give it?
Overall, thumbs down, because it was basically 6 hours of mediocre shit and one really great main event, and it wasn't worth the wait for me. Also, you put that up against fucking TakeOver the previous night, and you can't compete. TakeOver it was like, follow that motherfucker, and they couldn't follow it.
I know, they do that every damn time, too. Every time. They
come
out
and
and just
TakeOvers
hit a home
is
run.
like I'm never excited. I think I maybe said this before, but I'm never excited like on paper, and then sometimes I might not watch, and then I'm like, why didn't I watch? Because they always do something fun, or the matches deliver higher than expected.
And
I will say this. I have always been kind of pumped up for TakeOver, except for this one. On paper, I was not. This was the first one where I was like, I mean, I guess Asuka and Ember Moon's going to be good, but I don't. Anything else? I wasn't excited for McIntyre or Bobby Roode. I wasn't really excited for the tag team title match. I mean, there was nothing really I was excited for going into it, but it turned out, of course, good. I mean, it was good.
And the Ring of Honor, the Cole trio.
Oh yeah, we'll be talking about some Adam Cole here in just a little bit.
Yeah, just another vanilla midget.
Yeah,
and also speaking of Roode, over on SmackDown,
Yep.
As a good guy? Question mark.
Yeah.
So, Peanut, real quick, what was so we can get done with SummerSlam here? What was your overall thumbs up, thumbs down?
I'll give it the Asian thumbs up emojicon.
Okay, that sounded racist. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's racist.
The yellow thumbs up on the.
Well, that made it more racist.
Yeah.
It's wrestling. It's fine.
And I didn't ask you, Scott. Was it thumbs up or thumbs down for you?
Honestly, there was nothing there that I outright hated, but it just volumetrically, it's a thumbs down. Like I can't. There's not enough to pull it up, even though that one match. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that puts it to a middle, but no. Watch the main event and some highlights.
Yeah. So
it's not a 6 hour. It's not worth half your day.
Yeah.
Think of a shift at work, and it's pretty much that.
Yeah. I will say I did enjoy watching this more than a shift at work, though. So
yeah, it's fair.
I'll say that.
The last match was you taking your break at the end of your shift.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, early. Yeah.
That was my lunch break. But yeah, so unfortunately, 3 out of 4 of us thumbs down here. Peanut gave the Asian thumbs up.
Again,
which is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Instead of volume, if it was a 3-hour show, it'd probably be fine.
Yeah.
Stop making them 6 hours.
They could have cut a lot of trash out of there, and it would have been
2-hour pre-show. I don't need 2 hours previewing 4. Stop that.
Yeah.
I just want to know why wasn't Breeze Angle on the card, but
right.
They haven't been on like any pay-per-view cards. If they do, they're not booked for it, and they're thrown in. That's
like if you do one thing with your week, every Tuesday after SmackDown, go into YouTube and search for the latest Fashion Files video.
Oh yeah,
they never disappoint.
No, never. They're great, fantastic. I don't know what the fuck they're doing and why they're not actually pushing them, just giving them these little promos and stuff, skits. But I guess we're done with SummerSlam. We're moving forward. We're going towards No Mercies, going towards Hell in a Cell. And I guess let's just talk about the first big thing right here. Let's just get into it, guys. I don't know if you've been living under a rock or not, but there happened to be this little, in air quotes here, shoot promo that took place between John Cena and Roman Reigns this past week on Raw.
Yeah.
They have now signed a contract. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus John Cena at No Mercy. It's going to be the co-main event, I assume.
Because this is like Zion was saying, John Cena is a free agent. He can show up wherever. He came over to Raw, said he was calling out Roman Reigns.
Yep. Is there any was there any reason right off the top, or he just like, hey, yo, Roman Reigns?
I want to fight the big dog.
Okay.
I want
let's be honest here. The real reason for this feud, the one that they hyped up beforehand before they even started this, was because they said mean things about each other on Twitter.
Yeah.
Well,
fuck off.
Twitter is
during
where
all that, Miz came out and was like, "You guys suck. Stop with your moments." And Joe's like, "I'm a fight too." And he fought Cena, but they had a tag match. It was building, looking like towards probably Cena and Joe. But then Joe's knee got hurt over the weekend, so it's Cena and Roman.
And how serious is that?
No
knee
mercy.
injury?
Just 4 weeks.
4 weeks? Okay, so
He'll miss the pay-per-view, so we have to move on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't yeah.
No. Like, oh,
fuck this fucking promo, man, that they did. I know a lot of people are like really awesome, like just really hot about it.
Well, it's a mix. It's a mixed bag.
It's didn't you say it's literally Rock and Cena again?
It is. It is exact. It's a carbon copy of that. It's the same bullshit. It was the same bullshit where for years they were going back and forth with each other on social media and stuff. Oh, he's only a part timer. Fuck him. And now it's like Cena's in the Rock shoes as far as that goes. And goddamn, those two just throwing out fucking fourth wall breaking bullshit that I never like seeing in wrestling. I just hate that crap. But also, they were not. That was like a total burial of Roman Reigns right there. That was a total, complete fucking burial of that guy. I mean, Cena even ad-libbed there for a second in that obviously scripted fucking thing where Roman flubbed his lines.
Yeah.
And then Cena's like, you got to start cutting a promo there, kid, if you want to make it to the big time and all that shit. And it's like, oh, fuck. Fucking Roman, he can't. They should have just let those two fucking go in and talk if they were going to talk. But they didn't have the fucking guts to do that, so they gave them two stupid scripted promos. They had all this underlying hatred and animosity in their actual promo, so it was okay. So you're supposed to build from that. You're supposed to build the feud from that. What did they do? First thing they do is put them in a tag match moments later, and after the match is over, they show each other mutual respect. What the fuck is that?
But Lee, you got to think, how cool did it look when they slowed down the replay of John Cena giving the attitude adjustment, and at the same time Roman spearing was it Joe?
Oh, well,
it was such a great moment.
I'm sure that made a great replay moment for WWE.com or whatever. Fucking
they do
Christ,
have good
man.
slow-mo videos.
No, I get everything you're saying. It reminded me of Cena and Batista, where they're like, I've been watching you, and you've been watching me, and we know we were gonna cross paths eventually, and they actually had that history from OVW and stuff like that, and that was the organic version of it.
Yeah.
Cena and Rock was everything you said, but it's two guys who could sell it, like two guys who could make that work. Roman's not quite there yet. I mean, this is someone who's main evented 3 WrestleManias, but he's still not on that level of a promo guy.
Correct.
That's why you don't let Goldberg do those promos. You let him do his promos. Don't stop having Roman do Cena Rock promos. Let him do those ones where he was a prick about Rusev's wedding. Those were awesome.
They keep putting fucking Reigns in this box where they're trying to make him the next Cena, and they acknowledged it in the actual promo. Yep. And by the way, let's bury the fucking Undertaker in the promo at the same time. Let's just have Cena throw an offhand comment about how he's broken down and a loser.
And now the weird thing with that is, like, the way wrestling works, you always think, is the guy going to get comeuppance? Because all the stuff with, like, Miz and Bryan, is Bryan going to attack Miz? No, he can't.
Mm-hmm.
So leave that out. Like, but it makes you hate him more. People are still like, is Taker going to come back? That rumor started going around. So, like, this, don't bring up stuff that's not important. You want to badmouth the most respected, legendary guy ever while you're trying to talk shit at the guy running the other show you just showed up on. I know people hate that with Cena, and it's been a peeve of mine, is that when he talks someone down, it's like, well, why do I care to see you beat him then? He's nothing. Yeah. You just said so.
Where's this stuff go? Because A, Taker's not coming back. B, Cena's not turning heel. Yeah. So why even throw that comment?
Well, I think that was just him off the cuff, just making a comment about Taker.
Well,
I don't
think
remember
when the build up to the
wasn't Taker backstage?
Well, he was around for SummerSlam, but in the build-up to the tag match with Miz and Maurice, with Cena and the Bella, he even said at one point, if I had my way and had to do what I could do, I'd be the one facing Undertaker at WrestleMania, not you. Mm-hmm. Cena said that during the build. Mm-hmm. So is there levels of meta scripting there? Or because everyone knows that was a big rumor for years, Cena and Undertaker. It never happened. So Cena lost out on that, and Roman has it instead. So there is probably some legitimate professional animosity, but I don't like my scripted wrestling show being built on actual hatred, which isn't real but is scripted. And what even is happening anymore?
See, first of all, I was a fan of the promo that took place. Yes, Reigns did get buried because he's nowhere near the level of John Cena. Bottom line, you can't go into a scenario and think that he's going to do good against John Cena in just a straight up promo battle or whatever you want to fucking call it.
Before you go on, that was the whole point of that segment, though. So
I don't think it was for him to be better. I don't think he was supposed to come out better in that. There's no way.
Even even.
No way. No way they could ever plan. I know we always say, oh, well, they always fuck shit up, blah, blah, blah. No way they thought. No way nobody thought he's going to come out even in that scenario. No way. Nobody thought
then
that.
what they did was set him up to be Cena's bitch verbally and then end up in a tag segment so he gets
Not bitch.
level over him.
Cena was obviously going to get the advantage in a promo battle with Roman Reigns. That's no doubt about that. Now, it came off showing that he was more bitter than Cena was in the thing. So he's always been this little tweener on whether he's going to be heel face. You know, obviously he's not going to be one or the other. He's going to stay right where he's at. And I think they did a good job keeping him right there in the middle where he said some pretty, I guess if you want to do the vulgar, the unanticipated bleeps that we got, which kind of threw a little shock factor in there. But everything to me seemed like a real story they were telling. Yes, it may have been, obviously a lot of it was scripted and everything like that, but you could tell that they were trying to tell the line, like the underlanes of it is real and true. And to me, at least they're trying to make something real out of it. Yes, Cena totally went, all right, we're going fourth wall and oh, well, you gonna talk, kid? You gonna stutter? What are you gonna do? Like, yeah, he kept doing that, and he was.
He did to Miz too.
He went a little over the top with the fourth wall break or whatnot, yes, but I don't think it was the worst thing in the world. I've seen way worse fourth wall breaks.
No,
I agree with you there.
Here's my big problem with it, okay? So many people just said that was straight up awesome. And I feel like a lot of people just have really short memories, and they're so used now to the fucking WWE just being so goddamn borderline mediocre garbage, and then sometimes not even making it that fucking far. That's something this kind of just wrote and already done, like again, Cena Rock, and it wasn't necessarily that great when they did it. Just throwing this shit out there again. I just feel like this is just like, okay, this is something mediocre that's been thrown out there, and compared to all the shit that's going on in the WWE right now, outside of Braun Strowman, it just looks good by comparison, and that's the only thing. Otherwise, any other given day, you throw this in a promotion that's hot, that's got a lot of great stuff going on, people are going to shit all over this, and people are going to be like, this sucks.
You know what would have been great? If Cena just came out and said, I want to see who the better man is.
That's what wrestling's supposed to be.
But I mean, and I know that sounds so basic and simplistic, but that's kind of Roman's thing right now is I'm the best. I beat The Undertaker. No one can beat me. Cena's like, how about me?
Yeah, that's right. It's like, I'm the big
dog.
That's
all these guys need.
And what did Cena say? You're a bitch. You beat up a broken down Undertaker who's an old man who can't fight no more.
Well, but he wanted that match. So what does... right? Like, you know, that's...
Yeah, it's fucked. So
I get it when a heel does it. Like when The Rock...
It showed he's like salty. I mean...
Well, The Rock basically did heel promos as a face. Let's we can all agree on that.
Yes, he did.
Right.
He was like, you're nothing but a 2-bit, useless, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so what's the matter of me even beating it? No, it's comical entertainment, whatever. But Cena's like, no, you're a piece of shit. You're nothing. You're like The Miz. I had to try to make something average awesome. It's like, wow, you're not even making entertaining. You're just shitting on him. And that's, I mean, Cena, I hadn't been seeing the stuff on SmackDown lately when he was there, but when he came out and was building up with Roman, like, oh, it's Roman, and hey, Miz, I'm going to fight you, and here's my new tag partner. Cena was such a troll during that. And I'll admit, I kind of was entertained by that, but that to me is a level of him not caring as much in this weird way. It's like, he's like, I'm whatever. I got a Disney movie coming up. I got some other stuff like this.
When Cena's burying guys, and then the script writers are acknowledging it and making it part of the fucking story, where he's burying the talent, and we'll put it in the scripted promo for him. We'll talk about it. We'll acknowledge it. We'll acknowledge that this is all fake bullshit, and that really this fight doesn't matter, and it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Man, I can't wait for Corbin to get his come. Oh,
yeah.
Well, no, he's. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if that whole shit really happened with him, but he's...
Apparently something else happened. It's not Cena killed the push, but, I mean, Alex Riley still says Cena killed his push, and, yeah.
Well, I mean, Alex Riley, let's be fair.
I know it's not hard to kill that one.
That's true.
But
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was still like, no, there's a threat in here. So I mean, Cena's been heard to do that.
No,
like, this is not right. This is not the way to go.
This is what I like. The promo. Cena said a lot of things that were like, well, pretty much everything that was said was true. I mean, yeah, they broke fourth walls, but everything they said was true. Like, everybody thinks Cena's the guy holding all these people down, and Cena just straight up said, you know what? Everybody blames me. Everybody points at me. But you know what? Those people out there, like the fans, they're the ones that decide who sinks and who floats. They're the ones that do this.
The problem with that kind of thing is you've got, in what's supposed to be a sporting promotion. Now,
well, it's
I know
entertainment.
I'm already
Sports
gone.
Entertainment, yeah.
But the idea here is people go out there and they fight in a ring, and wins and losses lead to titles. In this, you're trying to say that one of the athletes is able to be like, no, fuck that guy. And that works, and you're making your story like that's behind the scenes politics. People think like Hunter Berry's people kind of thing, like it's that, but you're trying to take it and make that be the story out in there. So now you have the athletes competing in the ring, and the story behind their fighting is, well, you make it so my storyline isn't as good. Well, yeah, but this is the story. Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
and I feel it went another level. I'm sure it's fine. Like they've done this kind of thing before, and it was fine. Like I know this, but it just came off super weird in that sense that the guys are fake fighting over grievances, and the grievance here is that the fake fighting isn't as good for one as it is the other.
But
what?
I think
that sounds like Chikara.
I think you guys are making it slightly more dramatic than it came off.
It's supposed to be the epic, incredible main event. You can't believe what you're seeing.
Yeah,
and they're basing it on he shit on him. Roman's here and he's upset. Cena's stealing his thunder. Cena pushes all the guys down behind the scenes, but he's not like a general manager and authority figure. He's just a guy who has pull backstage allegedly and keeps newcomers from getting a chance. That should not be the story that guy has.
I mean, okay,
what is that?
And I mean, the counter argument to this shit, of course, is yes, kayfabe is dead. It's been dead for a long time. But here's the thing: people still want to buy into it. People still want to suspend their disbelief.
That's not my argument at all. Yeah.
Well, still, I see that argument from a lot of fucking people whenever stuff like this comes up. And here's the thing. Okay, you little smarks. You little fucking marks in the crowd. Yes, kayfabe is dead. Yes, but pro wrestling works at its best when it makes you suspend your disbelief and you buy into it and you want to see two guys fight and you're interested in the outcome and you get wrapped up in it and you want to watch it. That's what pro wrestling is. And fucking all these people seem to fucking forget the last 2 or 3 years of WCW. That fucking promo was a little piece of what you used to see in fucking WCW all the goddamn time. And
I'll give you that.
But and I'm not going to say, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a systemic thing that's going to tear the entire company down and sink WWE, because that's not going to happen. But still, it ruins any interest I have in seeing this fucking program. It ruins this match for me. The fact that it's on No Mercy, by the way, ruins this fucking match for me, because why the fuck are they doing on No Mercy? Because they have to fill No Mercy with something. They have to fill the show with something.
I think it's because John Cena told them, recently was like, oh, by the way, I can't do it because of my Disney movie now. So after No Mercy, I'm done. So, no, not done, but...
Well, I mean, he could come back
to
WrestleMania, can he?
Yeah, he'll be for the big ones, but for regular stuff, no. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, I would have played this out for months up to WrestleMania. That would have been a big thing for fucking Roman Reigns if he took Cena out on WrestleMania and just bloodied the fuck out of him.
Yep, as his fourth main event in a row, no less, that he won, no less.
Yeah, if he bloodied the fuck out of Cena in WrestleMania, that would be something big.
No, he could.
He could now.
You can get around it. They could make it. Oh no, no.
I guess,
they can do that. But no, I would love that. Where if Cena's like, I want to fight you. Oh, you want to fight me? And Roman's like, you want to fight me? Sure, yeah. Just not yet. No Mercy. Yeah, right. Yeah. And he has to chase him. He tries for Survivor Series. Oh, it doesn't work. Doesn't get him. Tries for the Rumble. No, it doesn't get him. Finally gets him at Mania. Like if he's hounding after him.
Yeah.
Where Cena's like, hey, I'm a good guy. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Oh shit, it's Roman. That would have made and both elevated in a way of a logical.
Yes, exactly. That's a story. That's a good story.
No,
and
see,
it is the same story they're trying to tell.
Guys, listen,
just
listen.
not in your face.
I know what you're saying, but guys, we don't know exactly what they're doing. They may be developing something like that. We don't know that yet. They may go to No Mercy and not have a finish in the match and have to build it up longer.
Have a match.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
No, I would
Why?
hate a no
Because
finish.
No Mercy's
I
a
would
throwaway.
hate that.
No, okay. I actually got into a big discussion with a bunch of people on Twitter over this, at Job Radio, by the way. But
Twitter box.
yes, no, a lot of people talking about this match shouldn't be taking place on No Mercy. I mean, I some of you guys may have jumped in that too, but my question is why, man? Why? Just because this is labeled as a B pay-per-view, why do we have to label these other shows as B pay-per-views? Why?
Because they haven't. I'm okay. I'll go on both sides of it just to get my part out of the way here because you know I've been wanting to. Because they've been that way since the 90s when they were in your houses and not the big four. And they've always kind of been the other shows. Then it was the 4-hour SummerSlam versus the 3-hour other shows. We're conditioned now that these are the big four. King of the Ring used to be one.
Let's why does it have to be that way?
But they've been trying. They gave us Brock and Joe. They gave us big matches. They gave us the Shield triple threat for the title last year at Battleground. They've been doing it, but people are like, yeah, but it's not the big one. Because there's still that perception of Roman should only win at WrestleMania. He shouldn't win the title before that. Oh, we're going to save his big win for a big moment on the big stage. That they're a victim of their own cycle with that. So they try to break it out, but no one believes it because they don't want you to believe it yet because it's not what they want.
I'm not buying any of that.
Listen,
they
Bomber,
literally didn't want Roman to win the title before Mania, but because of injuries with Rollins, he beat Ambrose at Survivor Series. They did not want him winning it until then. Okay, that's
Here, Bomber. Here's the goddamn reason why this match shouldn't happen on No Mercy.
Okay,
it's because it just becomes Randy Orton versus John Cena 8,000 times. That's why, because they burn it out. They do too many matches. You got to save these matches,
but
you can't just do them every month.
Cena's not going to be doing this every month, though. Cena is already. Everybody knows he's not like done next year or anything like that. But everybody knows Cena's not going to be around every month. He's not.
You know,
the
thing about this, like maybe it could work if they pushed it as a big thing, Reigns versus Cena, and that's the main event. That's the big thing to watch. But it's going to be built up as a co-main event with this match, the co-main event of this match, and it's going to kind of get lost.
And I can agree with that, considering Twitter has been saying, look how epic it is. John Cena, Roman Reigns, the same ring. It's happening. But then also, Braun is not finished with Brock. I'm like, yeah, but they're not even making that be as epic. That's the two for Catalyst here. They're showing you how epic Braun and Brock is by going, look how awesome this is. Like, Brock's talking and saying Suplex City, bitch, and Braun's throwing chairs and shit, and oh my God, throwing them around. Over here, look at it. It's John Cena. It's Roman Reigns. Can you believe it? They're standing there. History is in the making. Look at this right now. Yeah. They're telling you this one's important, but they're just showing you how cool that one is.
Yeah.
That's the dichotomy. And yeah, it works sometimes back and forth. They shouldn't have to tell you how awesome Roman Reigns and John Cena is. It's fucking Roman and Cena. Even through all we've been saying, we know that's a big deal. Don't throw it away on your September Raw pay-per-view.
God damn it. I'm saying that this is the whole point. I'm saying they're not throwing it away. They're trying to make these other pay-per-views more important. Plus, I mean, I'm sure Cena's schedule has something to do. And I think they've been doing a good job. Great Balls of Fire, that main event was a damn good main event.
But going in, no one's like, this is a must-see show. It was, it's a Weird July show with Brock at the end.
No, well, that one worked.
SummerSlam wasn't.
The main event was Joe versus Brock.
Yeah,
that was the pay-per-view. That's why it was must. But
that was like, oh my God, it's happening.
This is going to get lost, and it should be their main.
This one already has, and it's happening. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get lost. This is a pretty good co-main event pay-per-view, I think. These are two good matches.
Bummer, how many times have we seen Roman and Joe one-on-one?
Roman and Joe one-on-one.
It's like 3 or 4 at this point, I think. None of them have been on a special stage. It's just been tonight on Raw. Yeah. That should have been and could have been. And I say could have been because they can easily say, in 2 weeks it's going to be a match. All it takes is a little bit of promotion to make it be a thing.
Yeah.
And would this is a level, like they're trying to sell us on Cena versus Reigns as epic be-all end-all shit.
And it is.
But it's
not when they're hot-shotting it.
The stage also matters.
Yeah,
so
they're hot-shotting it.
Why
dude.
couldn't they have just said it's going to be in 2 weeks on Raw?
So here's the thing. I've heard a lot of people saying they should have saved this for WrestleMania. What if they already have the plans for WrestleMania and they already have Roman Reigns doing something different?
No, they don't.
No, that's a different problem entirely.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. You
don't
don't know.
Do you
know why that's
think
wrong?
They have any plans for WrestleMania?
For Roman Reigns, maybe not the entire card. For Roman Reigns, probably he's their dude.
Oh yeah, they wanted Roman and Brock all along.
No, yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah, Roman Reigns. Here's their plans for WrestleMania. Roman Reigns is going to be on the card somewhere, and we've got some guaranteed fucking ticket sales already. That's their plans for WrestleMania. Come on.
I mean,
but Palmer, we're trying to say that the event matters in a way. Like I think back to WCW, Halloween Havoc was the shit. Starrcade was amazing. Sold out. That's January.
Yeah. By the way, Halloween Havoc, future best in the business.
Absolutely. But I mean, Fall Brawl was a big deal. But the Great American Bash, that's a thing. That's a thing. But you know what I mean? Like certain promotions have that. Ring of Honor, best in the world. Okay, War of the Worlds, sure. I can't name any other ones.
No, I understand.
There are bigger shows, and those ones get the bigger matches. So why are they trying to take the biggest match that they can do right now and not put it on one of the bigger shows?
Because, well, first of all, we don't know Cena's schedule. He could be doing something we don't know his schedule.
Oh, Cena's only here for a month? Okay, put him here. No, do you realize you're saying a multi-billion-dollar international company is kowtowing and bowing down to the fact that he's only there for a week? Like, no, absolutely not. If he can't be there, someone else will. I don't buy that. Are you saying Cena has that much power?
I'm just saying if he is going to be booked through maybe January, I don't know his schedule. I don't know. If he's going to be booked through January, that takes 2 of the next big 3 pay-per-views up. That means he won't be at Survivor Series.
So you just have him keep chasing.
But
you have Roman hounding after him this whole time. I think it would be better if Roman was after him saying, you prick, you're not here, you're never here, you're proving me right, get out here. And Cena shows up because he's in L.A. when they're at Raw in L.A. for the premiere. And it's that one shot and he doesn't get him. So, Cena's not a heel, but oh my god, you're almost starting to root for Roman to get him. Oh my god, they're going to root for Roman?
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Right? I mean, you can build it. You don't need to do it in 3 weeks just because there's a show in 3 weeks.
Trust me, I'm more a fan of a good build-up, but I'm just saying we don't know what the situation is with what they got planned or whose schedule is where.
I'm of 2 minds of that with the idea that you're going to try to build a long-term story. I am all for that. That's literally what I'm saying. However, you're trying to sell me on this one show right here, and
I'm just saying we shouldn't settle.
And this match is what you're telling me is, well, this show's going to be good because they're going to go somewhere later. What?
Well, no. I'm saying we shouldn't settle for, it's just No Mercy. Let's just write it off. That's what I'm saying. And like the matches that get thrown on there, a big match is a throwaway match if it's put on that show. All I'm saying is it sucks that is the feeling. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying it sucks that a lot of people have the feeling that, it's just No Mercy. Who really cares? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I'll leave it at this. The fact that Lesnar and Strowman is the main event of that for the title.
That's great.
That doesn't feel like a throwaway. That feels like now the show's worth watching.
Sure. And you know why?
They've done something worthwhile for this. Because Brock missed 2 goddamn Raw pay-per-views earlier. At least he's showing up. He's defending it. It's worthwhile.
Exactly.
Cena and Reigns doesn't need to be there along with that.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying with that one too? It's like, why are you also putting that there? That's cool, but
I'm not gonna say your opinion is wrong. I'm not going to say
that.
you
wanted to, though. I could tell.
I won't say that.
Everyone's got their opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's got their opinion, but we're moving on here. We're moving
Shelton
on.
Benjamin got really big.
Look at this guy.
I don't know.
You just leading the show here, Peanut, huh?
I've been waiting for it.
Well, Lee and I have been running rampant on the discussion here.
Well, that was one of the biggest topics here. But I guess what do you guys say about Shelton Benjamin there, Peanut? What do you got to say about Shelton Benjamin showing up here back in the WWE?
That was pretty much it. I was seeing him backstage with maybe it was just Daniel Bryan, yeah, and Chad Gable. And I was like, wait, wasn't Shelton Benjamin one of like the smaller guys? And now he's like,
well, he's huge. Well, he's kind of paired up against two really small guys, though.
That's true. Yeah,
sure.
Daniel Bryan's
but
like
even
3'3",
in the match,
so.
I was like, wow, like I remember him not. He looked small to like Shawn Michaels, and he looked like huge. And I was like, wow,
he was like a Jericho Benoit-ish size of like, he's he's decent
enough. Go
but
like
wasn't
6
he
foot to 6'4"?
maybe a little bit bigger? But fuck, he was a giant in that match.
Wasn't he billed like back in his like his first run of WWE? Wasn't he billed like about 230, 240?
I think so, but that's like Steve Austin height and weight.
Yeah,
like
6'2", whatever.
6'1".
Right?
Brett was that kind of weight, like just a little over 6 is what these guys were.
Because
and Shelton seemed in that range, so he seemed like an average dude, not like.
That's what I mean. Now it's weird, to, like seeing him.
But seeing him in there as the average dude, I'm like, wow, those guys are.
Yeah.
Smart.
And you might, and of course, you get the perception that you think he's smaller because he flies around so much for like a guy his size, right? So it's like, okay, yeah, he's because he's kind of he's leaner compared to some of the like 6'2", 240 kind of guys, and I mean in reality he's probably like maybe 220 at the most. Yeah, I mean, if you're going by real weight and height and shit.
They boost it.
And Daniel Bryan, he's a goddamn midget. But although I still love him, and Bomber's wrong to hate him. Just saying.
I don't hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not open that.
Keep telling yourself that.
It makes you feel better.
But that's one thing I did want to say about SmackDown. I do like the way SmackDown books their shows better than Raw because they actually use. Enhancement talent? I guess we'll call them. We'll call them enhancement talent.
Yeah.
A lot better than Raw does. A lot better than Raw does.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because like SmackDown was good, last year around this time, and then like the whole summer was like, what the hell's going on with SmackDown? Maybe because of Jinder Mahal, but I don't know. It's definitely, it's still I think a little more of an entertaining show to watch because Raw is 3 hours and
SmackDown
Raw just has a great main event scene now. That's what happened.
I think you're right. SummerSlam-ish time, SmackDown picks up and it goes good through the fall into the winter. Then Raw gets the focus again and goes through Mania and then kind of peters out through SummerSlam. And SmackDown's been building and gets back up. It's a cycle.
Yeah.
It's
because, I mean, the reason I was bringing that up is because Benjamin and Chad Gable decided they teamed up. I don't know if you guys realize that because they went against the Ascension. And then if you look at the card, you got a bunch of guys kind of just jobbing out. You got Mike Kanellis jobbing out to Bobby Roode. You got obviously the Ascension. For some reason, we had Aiden English though.
Getting over.
What?
He's gonna get over.
Yeah, he's kind of treading water, isn't he? Because he's getting some wins and he's getting some losses. Like he's kind of there.
No.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be.
It's
all right
working
again.
despite itself. I think.
He's sort of Tito Santana-ing it.
Oh my God!
Guess.
Don't ever compare fucking Aiden English to Tito Santana.
Well, no, but he's in that role. He's he's jobber to the stars, basically.
Yeah. But yeah,
and I mean,
sorry,
I'm glad they're doing that. I mean, what's his ass Kanellis there? He's kind of flopped.
Yeah,
so,
I thought he was gonna have a build, but no, he's kind of coming in as the SmackDown kind of enhancement talent guy.
Yeah, did he piss someone? I'm just curious. Like, is there any news about that? Did he piss anybody off, or they just like were like?
Might be his role. It might just be his role.
I think the gimmick just flopped more than what they thought it was going to be. And so they're like, well, it was like, well, fuck it. We'll find something to do with him later, and we'll find something even better to do with Maria. But until then, we'll just put it on the back burner and have him lose a bunch because who cares? Wins and losses don't matter. Ha ha ha. We'll push him to the IC title next week or something. It's like fuck.
Which is kind of what they're doing with fucking Dillinger, Ty Dillinger right now. He just got his United States shot and. Out of nowhere, because he was not on the show, not on the card, and then, hey, we're going to just throw you into a title match. It's just...
Yeah.
Open challenge.
Yeah, I was going to say open challenge.
Yeah, but, I mean...
But, yeah.
It's the fact that he was not being showcased, and then he comes in for a title shot just to get jobbed out.
Yeah, see, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Like, that just goes back to the John Cena Open Challenge, which was probably the best thing Cena's done in years. And
it was
that
great.
Worked really well, and it highlighted some guys. And, I mean, if this ends up highlighting some guys and getting them exposure and getting fans behind them and getting the guys in the backstage to maybe reevaluate what they're going to do with them, then yeah,
because that works for this, because that means like similarly happened before when Cena had it. When someone got interrupted, he's like, "I want my shot now," and he came out, and people actually wanted them to get a shot.
Yeah.
So people are going to be like, "When's Dillinger going to get a shot?" And he'll want to come out and have his match, and he'll have a good match with AJ. And yeah,
I'm still
now the only question is, when's Zack Ryder going to get a shot? Oh wait, he's not.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not. No, but no, that's why I was so kind of pissed when I'm not the biggest Ty Dillinger fan, but I kind of feel like he is a decent enough guy to get a decent push. But when he lost out in the end of the feud with English, if you want to call it a feud, that just felt like so flat to me. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I feel like the wrong guy came out on the end of that one big time. But
yeah, it's weird.
But hey, what can you do? I still think, though, like I said, enhancement talent-wise, they are like Tamina. They're trying to build her up as their monster on SmackDown. And I don't know. I just like the use of enhancement talent and used properly. And SmackDown seems to definitely be doing it a lot better than Raw is. Because Raw, it's like, we're just going to have Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor. We don't need to build anybody up. We're just going to have everybody face everybody every show.
Yeah, no, they need jobbers, and they need to stay away from what they were doing with Braun Strowman, because it did work for a little while when Strowman was running through just nobodies. Great. Well, I wouldn't say it was great, because there were instances where it just became comedy jobber matches where these guys were just bumping off him and shit, and it was funny, and that's not the kind of thing you want to do if you want to.
I feel like that helped get him over, though. Like, that made people want to see.
Some of it
actually
did.
got changed.
It felt like it
over.
It seemed like it wasn't that intention, though.
Yeah, and
like that wasn't what they were planning.
Here's the other thing. This is just a personal preference. I think good jobber matches are the ones where it at least looks like a competition, where it looks like the guy who's being pushed actually has to do a little bit of work, maybe not a lot of work. I mean, you got like, it's still a fight. You look at like Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard when they were in the NWA as a tag team, and they'd come out every week on television, and they'd be put up against two fucking ham and eggers. They would give them stuff. They would give those two ham and eggers a little bit of, something. But they would still, they would show that they had the technical prowess, they had the toughness, and they'd take over the match within a couple minutes and beat those guys soundly. That's what you do. Sure. You show that those guys are serious business and that they can take guys on and beat them, and that builds them up. You don't have some guy walk in there and beat up four guys and have those guys just bounce off them and make silly faces and shit, because after a while that just starts to look stupid.
I agree.
And I think it sometimes gets the guy over the wrong way, where he sort of like, especially if Braun, when they were first building him up, they were trying to build him up as a heel, and it made him a face, because it was like, oh, look at all these silly fuckers just bouncing off him, and it was, isn't that a funny spot? Like, oh, look at how that guy bounced off Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's pretty awesome. I'm going to cheer for this motherfucker.
Now, I agree for the most part there, but Braun Strowman's a little bit different because he's a monster. He's the monster-type wrestler. So you're not going to have him get down and have to make a comeback. For other guys, yeah, I agree 100%. But
and yet he
Braun's
did
different.
In his Roman Reigns matches.
Say that again. Sorry, what did you say?
Consider that in the matches with Roman Reigns, evil, dastardly Roman Reigns smashed Braun Strowman into an ambulance, and heroic Braun Strowman struggled out on his own, of his own power.
That's just.
By the way, that was the greatest face turn.
It really was. Like that's exactly what it is. That's how backwards it was supposed to look. Oh, he's unstoppable. He's a monster. Yeah, I'm cheering for the guy who doesn't ever need to cheat. He's like Vader. He's a big badass who doesn't need to cheat. He will just beat the shit out of you because he can, and he's better than you at it. And it's great.
So,
anyway.
Yeah. I just wanted to, one last thing that I have wrote down here. I just wanted to get your, kind of brushed on a little bit already, but what were you guys' thoughts on the Cruiserweight title being flip-flopped, the women's title being flip-flopped, and basically the tag team title, the SmackDown tag team titles kind of being flopped around?
I will just say one thing, and then I will let the guys go.
Okay.
I've heard that they want to have the New Day be considered the greatest tag team of all time, by getting them to a point where they have more reigns than anybody else.
Oh,
They got a long way to go,
talking
then.
right there. Yep. I'm going to stop talking right there.
that's
the
terrible.
mentality.
That is terrible.
That's why you have 4-time women's champion Alexa Bliss. That's why you have 6-time women's champion Charlotte.
Well,
That's
what are
why
they?
you have 4-time champion Usos. Yep.
So they're moving. They're moving further and further away from what CM Punk was doing, where it's like, I've held the belt for 400 days or whatever, where the long title reigns is what makes you the best
Well, they didn't have
of
that
all
already.
time.
No, they're going the Flair route of you've had it how many times?
Yeah, that sucks.
That looks good in 15 years when you.
When you look back and you see the fact that Edge and Christian had it for eight times, and
When you
like the
look
Outlaws
back,
had it
correct.
5 times,
It does look
and
a
the
lot
Hardys
better.
had it
Yeah.
12-ish officially.
But everyone's going to retire with 13 reigns, and it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy Orton is only 3 shy of John Cena and Ric Flair.
and he's young. I mean, he's not young.
When you look at it, it took until now. Like
considerably.
Ric Flair's last world title reign was in the year 2000, and it took 17 years for someone to tie it. And he was like, I think the record before him was Harley Race had 8 and Vern Gagne had 10. Like it took forever for him to even hit that record, and he was always stretching the record. Took 17 years for someone to tie it, and Randy Orton could have farted out 3 more this year with Jinder.
Well, that's all with this change of times and
it's
stuff.
Jinder.
Yeah.
But no, it is change of times. But
Yeah.
that's how casual it is. That's what happens when you have someone get that many.
That's true.
Suddenly, he's a 12-time world champion.
Jinder Mahal's going to retire as a 5-time world champion.
No,
Jinder Mahal.
No, I don't even see this is legit. I don't see a second title reign out of Jinder Mahal. I'm
No,
gonna mark it down right now. I'm saying it right now. I don't think he's ever gonna have a second world title.
No,
reign.
and I agree with that because this one's kind of a
experiment's
part,
over,
like,
right?
He's not
Like-
good. Like
Yeah.
the reign's there, and we're into it, and we can work with it. But he's just not. He didn't elevate himself. Everything about him, except the wrestling, is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The promos are a bit weak, but the in ring stuff, dude, come on.
Yeah,
No.
he was too green. Like the guy he was thrown into working main event matches when he had never worked a main event match in his life.
I mean, that's what happens.
Well, I'm
No
talking about that.
offense.
You see
He
people
had-
rise to the occasion like JBL did, but this didn't.
But
do it.
JBL was working, like,
Yeah,
I don't think,
there
I don't
was
think
enough of a-
Jinder had any offensive moves.
No.
He just knew.
You're right. They gave him.
he knew the
They gave him.
fallback
I think
and
they
freaked
gave him a
out.
finisher. I don't think he had a finisher before he.
Yeah, they gave him like the Cobra Crutch.
I was gonna say,
Slam or
you're a
whatever it
foreign
is.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cobras are from India, right?
Yep.
Let's give you the
Sounds
Cobra
about right.
Clutch.
So
Yeah.
what do you guys think about Orton taking out Shinsuke at the on SmackDown? Is that like?
Did he? I missed that.
The Shinsuke took an amazing face plant with that bump.
Gave an RKO there at the
That
end.
was
Like,
great.
They
Well, out
teamed
of
up.
nowhere.
But where does this lead Orton now, though? I mean, because now we're gonna have Orton versus Nakamura at SmackDown next week to get like a #1 contender. But
Yeah, presumably winner gets at is it Hell in a Cell for the next one?
it is Hell in a Cell. Yeah, Hell in a Cell.
Wow.
Okay.
So they are officially trading that back and
Yeah,
forth?
no, they're
Yep.
trading all the shows. So like TLC
Oh, that's right,
is
yeah.
Raw this year, and Hell in a
Yeah,
Cell
'cause
is
No Mercy
SmackDown.
was.
I just
Yeah.
gotta say, goddamn,
Night of
if
Champions will be SmackDown. That's
Guys-
annoying as fuck to me.
I'm just gonna say this: if we see Jinder Mahal in a Pujami Prison match and then follow it up with the Hell in a Cell match, goddamn, why?
It's a tough year.
Why? It doesn't have to be though. They have so many good talents over on SmackDown. We don't have to be having a bad year with
The
Jinder
AJ
Mahal as
Styles,
champ.
Kevin Owens stuff is what makes
and
it.
what's
And
weird
It
is
is.
that
It's
is-
great.
AJ and Owens have been weirdly lackluster matches, considering it's AJ Styles and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
There's something missing about it to me.
I mean,
It's not in the
I
main
enjoy
event.
their stuff. I mean,
Well, I mean, it's not even the focus. It's all about Shane and Kevin.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Fine. It's
Kevin
just
Owens is the best heel in the business right now.
Oh, I agree.
I don't know about that, but no,
What?
I'm saying.
Who is? No.
Did you say
Yeah,
who?
yeah.
I heard that. Who is?
AJ Styles?
He's the best heel?
Oh, did you say heel? I thought you said. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I know you
hear.
said
I didn't
heel.
hear
Yeah,
heel.
yeah.
I thought you said the best in the business right now. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's AJ. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad. I actually misheard. I thought I didn't hear heel. But no, that's what I'm saying. SmackDown and Raw are pretty close, but I think SmackDown slightly is edging as an overall show. The better for me, which I think seeing one over the other. But obviously, the main event scene on Raw is head and shoulders above SmackDown. And if they just didn't have Mahal up there, they'd be a lot closer in that category. And that's just unfortunate. They really needed India that fucking bad to sacrifice their main event scene and have Jinder Mahal in there. That's just, there's so many good guys over there right now. Now we got Bobby Roode coming up. So, I mean,
I'm going to play What If and make you sad. Could you imagine if Bray Wyatt was still champion?
How would that make me sad, though? I mean,
No. Could you, because we don't have it.
Yeah, true.
Could you imagine if he was still champion and, you know, his win over Orton and Shinsuke came along and he had that feud and back and forth and it's brighter times.
That would be fucking weird, right? Nakamura and Bray Wyatt, that'd be fucking.
Wouldn't that be cool as shit?
That'd be weird. Maybe cool. I don't know.
I want to see it.
You can see the cockroaches and the maggots on the ring. Yeah. But no. Where do you? How fast do you guys see Bobby Roode moving up the ranks though? Since he just came up to SmackDown.
It's when will Vince realize it's not Triple H?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to go fast until something happens, and it's like, why isn't he getting the push right now? It's going to be a weird like stumble, but I think he'll recover and he'll be world champ by this time next year. I
don't think he's going to stay face for very long. I think that's more of a debut type deal.
It's a Jericho moment of, look, cheer for me, I'm a prick. Hey, wait, don't you realize I'm a prick? Yeah, boo for me. Yeah,
he's a good heel,
it's good. It'll be good.
Yeah,
but it is fun to have him as a face. It's fun now and then. So.
Yeah, with the song. And
I just want to see Bobby Roode versus Nakamura in the best entrance music and entrance match. Just who has the best entrance. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Well, didn't they have that at 2 takeovers?
They kind of did, but they didn't have it in the big arena.
Yeah, it doesn't.
See, the big show matters. Thus, mic drop.
Anyway, which we could see in the near future. That'd be good storytelling too, because they already have a background in NXT. So
I don't think they ever had the rubber match either, did they? Or no, because Roode won it, and then Nakamura.
He got a rematch and lost. Yeah.
So
Roode won
Roode's
both
never
times.
Yeah, that's good right there.
Yep. Yeah. But do you guys have anything to talk about really far as recent stuff? Anything else you want to talk about? Because I have a couple things I wanted to get to, but it's not really related to the recent shows.
I think in a moment we should get to Twitter questions because there are a few, but I just want to send my my good thoughts and my good vibes out to my future baby mama, Asuka. If she needs any sort of physical therapy, I'm available, and I've got a very light but significant touch. Just letting her know that.
There you go. Yeah, that's actually what I saw. There was a question about Asuka on there too.
I don't know where Thomas Bingtson thinks that's not a legit injury. I don't know where the fuck he heard that.
I've heard people claiming that this was just a way to get it off of her. And I'm like, no, she legit got hurt. And they're just like, all right, fine. We'll just pull it off her. That's the best case scenario.
I think I think we have a joke like someone needs an ACL tear. That was one of the options to get the belt.
We already got Big Cass with that, though. It's his name. I think with Asuka, they could either have brought her up, because it's clearly the time. Like, they get the best of both now. They get to bring her up as the undefeated whatever. Never lost the belt, blah, blah, blah. And the timing works where they can have the Mae Young winner actually go for the title.
Also, they can, if they're smart, they can do promo stuff for weeks ahead before she debuts. That way, she's not just another NXT person that no one's ever fucking heard about. Because let's face it, because there is a separation between the main roster audience and the NXT audience. There's a lot of instances where they bring people up from NXT and the main audience, they've never heard of them, they've never seen them.
Yep. Unless you're lucky, like a Shinsuke or Bobby Roode, we're like, oh, it permeated beyond. With Asuka, I do like the idea where she was starting to be like, I need competition, I'll go to Raw, SmackDown, I don't care, I'm going to find someone to fight. I like the idea that she was going to go as NXT Women's Champion to those shows looking for competition.
Right.
That was kind of neat if that's where it was going. Well, it's not now, though. But clearly that was the end goal of she's outlived NXT. But how do we get the title off her? Do we take the title off her? Oh, she doesn't even need to lose it. We can move on. It's the best case scenario for everybody.
Yeah, I think unfortunately she got hurt,
which is unfortunate. But it's not even that long.
Yeah. So, it was like the perfect. She lost it.
Yeah,
I mean, lose it.
Yeah, and collarbone. That's not a big injury. That's just
no joke.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
what they could have done, I fully think they could have actually had their first interim champion. I know it's bullshit. I hate interim championships. UFC has so many. Boxing, it's disastrous.
I don't do interim. No.
But I like the idea where they're like, we just can't bring ourselves to strip her of this title. There's too much here. History shows we should do it, but we can't bring ourselves to do it. We will have an interim women's champion. I would have been okay with that, as this is a precedent we're setting. That would have been okay. I'm glad they didn't. Holy
You're alone on
fuck!
that one. You're alone on that one. I
know. But I thought of it and I went, ooh, I wonder, because it's a thing. They had the interim championships in UFC, and they like to copy that. So
I hate fucking interim champions.
Oh yeah, me too. But they like to copy
confusing.
that, so I thought they might go that route. It's like, hey, look, we can do this.
I mean,
now.
yeah, never know. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's real or fake. The injury that is, I don't know. I have not heard anything either way. But I think it is, as you guys said, best case scenario either way, that she is going to drop the title and move on and be unbeaten. That to me is going to solidify her as the all-time NXT greatest woman champion of all time. I don't think that's going to be surpassed now, since she's not going to lose that title going out.
You can almost argue that she surpasses any NXT champion.
True. Yeah.
Legitimately so.
I can agree with that.
Point.
Yeah. I think the fact that she is going to leave without ever losing the title, I think that is really going to help elevate her down the road, as far as we go down the road. But yeah, let's do a couple. I did ask things, see if anybody wanted us to talk about something. We had a couple people. Harry Clark just wanted to know about the Mae Young Classic. He asked us, what do you guys think about the Mae Young Classic? Have you guys seen it yet? The first 4 shows.
I got no interest.
It's network. I can't really watch it, but I've seen clips and stuff, and I've read the spoilers. Don't worry, I won't talk about spoilers. The only thing they haven't taped is the final. That'll be a live.
Really?
Show.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't.
That's September 12th. So
I haven't looked at any spoilers. I've watched all 4 episodes. I think it's decent. It's okay. It's okay.
I like what I've kind of seen of it, but it almost makes you feel like, yeah, there's a reason these women aren't part of the WWE yet.
Yes, there's
unlike the
definitely
cruiserweight stuff where they just don't focus on small guys. This is like, no, we got a women's division, and they weren't in it. They're discovering some. Like, they're pretty big on Jazzy Gabbert, who I saw from
Jazzy was awesome.
I saw her in the not K1, but the Dynamite show they had at New Year's MMA. She was in there looking to fight someone, and now she's doing this, and that seems to be the new thing. Let's go into wrestling. And there's a bunch in there, and I mean, Kairi Sane, her elbow drop, fuck.
There's a lot
that elbow drop is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of girls in there with the MMA backgrounds, a whole lot. I was surprised. Almost everyone that came in there, JR's like, oh, and she's got a background in MMA. She competes in MMA, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like almost every one of them.
If you're going to go into professional wrestling around the world, you better have a legit MMA background, because someone might sexy star you.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that bitch.
But my impressions of the Mae Young Classic, I watched all 4 episodes. I haven't had anything spoiled yet. I don't know who's going where, but there's only one girl coming into it that I knew who she was, and that was Mia Yim, and she's been in CZW and stuff. I'm a big fan of Mia Yim. She's had some pretty amazing matches in CZW. I haven't seen all her stuff outside. I've seen a little bit of her Global Force, if you want to call it that. It was TNA at the time.
You recognize someone from CZW but didn't remember Serena from the Straight Edge Society?
I actually she was bald. I really didn't remember too much of her.
She started with hair and then got shaved.
I did not. I mean, I saw her package.
She's back in that, is she?
She's in that. She's the Kendrick.
Yeah, she is in there.
Okay.
She's the veteran with another chance. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in. I mean, I saw the package that they ran and showed her background, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. No, I didn't realize.
Suddenly, Lee's intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she's hot. I like her.
But Belair. What the fuck's her first name? Something Belair. She's a girl with the long hair that she kind of uses as a whip. I don't know if you guys have seen anything from her.
Yes. No, I heard about that.
I was actually really impressed with her. She just had this presence, and she always, when she just took somebody down and went for the pen, just the look on her face, you could tell she just had an aggressive, she was really being competitive in there. I really liked her.
She had an aura, did she?
She had something going on.
Consider this, Bomber. I've read on one of the reports of the matches. Some of these women have had maybe 50, maybe even some only 20 matches total.
Oh, one girl, apparently it was her
Because
debut.
they're from the Performance Center. Yeah, I think one of them was her
Girl from China. I think I don't remember a lot of their names, but one of the girls from China.
That's what we're dealing with some of these. Yeah.
But as far as Jazzy goes, she's the big German girl. She looked fucking intense. I can't believe they had her lose in that first match. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's a spoiler. I guess I don't know. It's first match.
It's been on the network.
Yeah, I was about to say it's on the network. Go fucking watch it. But no, I am shocked that they had her lose. She really stood out among the ranks of the girls out there.
And that gets to a level where they might be looking at it where, well, she doesn't need to win. She'll be fine on her own. We'll bring her in elsewhere. Maybe. But that is like, no, if you're that high on her to be like a legit thing elsewhere, have her win the tournament.
Yeah.
Like, don't. If we get another TJ Perkins, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I suggest you guys check it out if you can. The matches aren't very long, so it's not like a crazy extended. It's going to take forever. I went through all 4 episodes in a day. It wasn't that bad, and the stuff. There's some matches that aren't that great, but I mean, overall though, it was decent. It was good stuff, and I'm not the biggest women's wrestling fan either, so I do suggest it. I think you guys should check it out. I'm looking forward to the next episode, the next 2 episodes.
They've got like the roster in the crowd too.
Yeah, and I really like the graphics pack. Well, I mean, you should have known that was going to be good, but like the brackets, the way the brackets look, and the face-off graphics where it shows who's facing who, that looks badass. But, anyways, moving on. Justin asked us to talk about Roman and Cena feud. Already did. Jeremy Barber asked.
Did he say anything specific or just?
No, he said
that.
the Roman and Cena promo / feud. So we can already.
Okay. Well, let's start into it then.
Jut 9 over on JRPL. Good stuff there. Jeremy Barber, who's Redhead 12 over on JRPL. He asked 5 questions. The first one was why no stream, which was not Rad. Mike Zion's not here, so no stream. Thoughts on all the injuries. We've been you haven't seen that, Peanut, but we've been live streaming a lot of these episodes lately.
I mean, I totally watch and listen every episode. I'm not on.
Exactly. But Zion's not here, so no stream. Number 2 was thoughts on all the recent injuries. Should they lower the amount of live events? We talked about the injuries, but what do you guys think about lowering live events? Yes, no. I wouldn't think so. No.
The problem's the style they have everyone wrestle. They have everyone wrestle the same fucking ROH / indie style, even the big guys, and they shouldn't be doing that. Not to say that Cass's injury was a result of that, because that was just kind of a fluke thing. But
that was a Nash level thing. But the majority of the injuries, you can see they're all that ROH wrestling style bullshit that they have everybody do every match. Like not to rehash Rip Rogers complaining about dives, but if everyone's doing dives in every goddamn match, you're going to have more injuries. Sorry, that's just the way it is. And I mean, of all the people to know about injuries and affecting things and how it's going, everyone knows from the Versus one that Lee and I had, how's the Revival doing?
Exactly.
It's brutal, and they're not the ones who do that kind of stuff so much.
They're not the dives.
It's just happening as well. It's like, fuck. And it's not a nature of more events, because if there's demand, it's happening.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So moving on, number 3 question Jeremy Barber asked was Asuka's injury a blessing? Do you think the injury helped her into the main roster versus a natural call-up maybe in 2018? We kind of brushed on that. I think it, unfortunately, whether or not it is or not, I think it kind of is.
It would have been neat to see her coming in and invading, but I think it works.
Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario.
Blessing's probably not the right term. But
it kind of fell in their lap. It's like, well, I guess we can just move her up.
Yeah.
We don't need to worry about the title. Sorry, no one gets the rub from that, but oh well. Now
they
the
were going to mess that
has more
one up
prestige.
Sure.
Whatever.
They were going to mess that up.
His 4th question really has me perplexed here. I haven't heard this yet, but he says, number 4, breaking news today in the rumor mill. Batista in 2018 Hall of Fame. Thoughts on anyone else that should be in besides Undertaker?
I saw that.
I have not heard that yet. Batista, really?
Are they going to do Batista and Undertaker co-headline thing?
No, that's way too big. Co-guys going in, I feel.
Undertaker is going in because, I mean, if you delay that, what's wrong with you?
Me, I would. God damn you guys! God damn you guys! I would delay it.
Why?
We've already had this big discussion
I know
before
we
on the
have.
show, but
everybody else has always been, time to go in, you're done.
no, that's not. God damn, I'm just a more traditional sports Hall of Fame style. Probably is my reasoning.
I agree with Bomber on this one. Actually, I agree with Bomber.
His last match
rather
was
it happen before it can't. I don't want another Macho Man.
Undertaker's not gonna fucking die next week. Goddamn. I mean,
how do you know that? You don't know that.
Well, I mean, you never know. That's for
had a car crash.
That's not.
life.
That's I feel like that's not the reason you do it. That's not. You need to have a good going away time, a time to have him come back, and it feels like more. What?
I said, especially with Undertaker and his character.
That said, then, because I've heard Batista would be the headline for 2018.
Batista would be okay. I still feel that's slightly early, and I do believe he deserves it on maybe the lower end scale. I don't think he was as huge as a lot of people think he is, but I mean, obviously his movie superstardom has helped him out. But
okay, I have this scenario here to get the Undertaker into the Hall of Fame. So it's going to be 2019.
Okay.
They're going to bring Taker back for WrestleMania. He's going to be the special guest referee in the bra and panties match between Asuka and Serena, and that will be the impetus for him to go into the Hall of Fame that weekend.
Nope.
Sounds right.
We got into the fantasy mode there.
It's the worst thing. He just wanted Asuka in the bra and panties match, and
Serena. No.
And Serena, yeah.
Well, it's a win-win. You get the Hall of Fame, and you get the bra and panties match.
Yep. So hey, who knows? It may happen.
I'm all for Batista in the Hall of Fame.
I'm not.
I have no problem with that, but okay.
Eventually,
who else would go in? Oh, I mean, there's loads that should or could. Like, we're at a point now when Christian easily, no one would blink if he goes in, and he belongs in. The Hardys belong in. There's so many that do.
Yeah, but the Hardys got a long time. So, well, according to you guys, they'll go in fucking this year or whatever. But no, I still think it's slightly early for even Batista.
It's different.
Ric Flair won it when he was active.
Ric Flair's there twice though. So, but anyway,
still, that was the thing. Oh, yeah.
Moving on here, his last question: when will the authors of Payne debut? Do you think they're the culprits behind the Febreze attacks?
I do.
Or will it be a new style Wyatt family, Harper and Rowan type scenario?
I'd rather that. But I think it's the authors, and I think that was going to be the Wyatts, but they changed it to the authors. Is what I think.
Yeah, I think that would be a decent debut and give them a decent opponent to go into, a well-liked opponent to take down first debut. I think that would be a smart idea. And, I mean, they keep showing like, oh, it's going to be Ascension, but goddamn, just no.
No, Jesus.
Just no.
Well, I think, I don't think it will be. I think that's just a running joke now.
Yeah, it definitely, Which
sucks because they're not a great tag team, but they are totally a joke now. They're dumb.
But moving on, Christopher Smith asked thoughts on Bobby Roode's call up right after the match with McIntyre. Kind of already covered that one. We'll go to his next question. Christopher Smith asked thoughts on Dolph Ziggler's newest promos. Man,
oh, you want to talk meta?
I didn't see any of these, so I don't know.
He said last week that I know what to do. I've been away trying to figure this out. You got to come out with flowy robes and fancy music and silly hand gestures, and that's what the audience wants to see. Next week, I'll show you. Then he comes out next week, this past week, and he's like, no, you're not ready for it. Memphis doesn't deserve it. I'll show you. I know what it is. It's going to be a big deal. Yeah. He's being meta, which, honestly, if any one character can probably do it, I'm kind of okay with him. But I've said before, he doesn't seem to be caring anymore, and he's the one guy I thought they couldn't break. And it's like, what the hell are you doing, Dolph?
I feel like he definitely cares, but man, I just don't think he has it. He just doesn't have it, guys.
I don't think he cares. I think he had a main event with Miz.
I think that's the easy way out.
Not the main event.
I think that's the easy way out. I think he does care because he has to. I mean, right? I mean,
well, you can tell the difference.
No, Cody Rhodes didn't care. Yeah. He's like, I care, but I'm getting dicked. I need to go. Yeah. Dolph is in that same kind of boat.
I think he's not. Okay, I don't think it's that he doesn't care. I think he's broken. Like he's been.
Yeah.
Oh shit, broken.
Like, he has. He has trust issues with the Federation. So he.
Yeah. So moving on, the Warden asked, or wanted us to talk about Cena promo, Shelton's return, Bobby Roode will be a face or heel. We kind of already talked about all of those. Will he be put in the main title or U.S. title scene for Bobby Roode? We kind of really didn't talk about that. What do you guys think? You think he's going to go straight to the main title or settle or start off with the U.S.? What do you guys think there?
I'd stick him in U.S.
Yep,
honestly.
I think him and AJ could have good stuff. I think AJ would be a good. Man, see,
Yeah.
I'm so torn
AJ,
though. With
it doesn't. I mean,
Owens.
you can put AJ with anybody. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, and they've definitely fought before in TNA or Global Force, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm gonna
It
say
was
that every
TNA.
time. By the way, yeah, it was TNA at the time.
Hell, they were together in Fortune.
Yeah, I mean, those two guys, they're going to do good stuff together. I hope they get together. I think Bobby Roode would be a good opponent to take the title away from him and maybe move AJ away from the title. And that's the thing, though. I guess maybe then Roode and Owens could do something? I don't know. I really don't know.
I'd be okay with that. That'd be good, too.
Or just move some faces up, move up like a Ty Dillinger or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
It really all depends on how long you have Roode as a face.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
like.
gonna
Remember when
last.
AJ turned heel on Cena out of nowhere? It's like, why are you doing this? What's going on?
That was somebody's horrible fucking decision in the back.
It could
I assume
easily
Vince's,
just suddenly
but-
be like, we're having all these matches, and next week there's stuff going on, and Roode's like, you know what? I want the US title. Screw you, AJ. Like, what? That could happen on Tuesday.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
other
That's
stuff.
where we're at.
Tom Bingston mentioned to Redhead 12 that the injury is not real; it's a storyline. But
no.
about Asuka, that is
Okay. I am always trying to be positive and stuff, and going after the Smarks is Lee's thing, but I'm going to do it this time. How do you know it's a story? Show me the proof that it's not real. Show me that.
Well, there you
Twitter,
go.
at Cyclops Scott, 2 S's. Show me. Don't just be like, I think it is. Fucking prove it. Because you don't know. They showed x-rays. They can doctor it, sure. But you just, I know it's not real. Okay, how?
Yeah, because everybody
because flat Earth. That's
been
why.
yeah, everyone who's been like a reliable source has said yes, it is a real injury, and yes, she's out for this amount of weeks. So I don't.
No, normally when WWE focuses on the injury, it tends to be real because I think they kind of like to look at we take
Sometimes.
care of the people.
Especially when they said, yeah, she's really injured. Yeah, she relinquished it on the NXT tapings. It will air on September 6th. Like, they full on broadcast that out. They normally don't do that shit unless it is legit, which, of course, maybe they're into that range now when they are doing it. But no.
Thomas,
I
don't
know
you
it's fake. Prove
Yeah,
it.
don't be calling my woman a liar. She's hurt, man.
Just a couple more things here. He did also mention that he wanted us to talk about Jazzy the entire show from Mae Young Classic. And also, he just said thoughts on SummerSlam. We already did that. And Sasha losing again, which we kind of already did that. It's just running the title
we gave
numbers
the fans what they wanted.
Kinda
Listen, man, we know what the people want.
We
know
got
what
to
the
brush
universe.
on a lot of stuff, yeah. And then Sparkman, we had Sparkman ask, he wants Matt Zion to talk about how YouTube's fucking him and all the creators. And again, that's another reason why Matt Zion's not here.
He has on his own videos.
Oh, yeah.
That's already a thing. Go to Reckless Meeting, you'll see it there.
Even
got
on
video
YouTube
about
never hurt me. So.
Even on our stuff, I mean, our numbers aren't very good here on our YouTube channel and stuff, which we would appreciate if you guys maybe help spread the word as well. That would help out some. But we're getting
thumbs up, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, we're actually getting like literally nothing. We're not making anything. We're not doing anything here. But
we didn't get hit by this not advertiser friendly thing, did we?
Well,
not,
wrestling.
Because it's wrestling. Not only is it
That's a
wrestling,
red
but
flag,
we don't hold back from swearing.
Wrestling got hurt on its own. Like that got hurt on a separate
No,
thing.
but
Yeah.
if you look at the videos, like Matt has shown pictures of it,
Correct.
you can see not advertiser friendly
Yes.
flagged on things. My personal ones haven't, but I keep it friendly. I don't swear.
My personal.
Have we been hit by that?
No, not on our wrestling channel. No, we've
Okay,
just basically
'cause
been hurt by the
technically-
wrestling stuff.
Technically, our videos talk about violent sport
Yeah.
and have foul language.
True.
By the
And-
definition of what they're claiming, we are
have
not
a death
advertiser
pool.
friendly, but haven't been hit.
Well, I think
so. Fuck this algorithm.
Yeah, we've kind of unofficially. There's been a whole thing going around with the wrestling channels and wrestling, how wrestling's been affected by advertising.
WCP, yeah.
It's pretty much we have been, but we haven't been hit with the little yellow button that says you're not getting any advertising. Which is my personal channel. I've been hit. I have had a lot of mine flagged and wrote off. So
there you go.
I've been affected personally by it. But again, I kind of just do YouTube stuff for fun. So but for Zion, it's obviously not fun. That's his job. That's his thing. So it's definitely obviously affected him a lot more than. So when he bitches about it, it's kind of, he's kind of it's affecting his life. So
he's not talking about it just to be like, man, look what they did. No, it's like, fuck, my job sucks.
Yeah. So
and it sucks because one person what he said was basically one person said you shouldn't air that, and we're not going to give you money if you do. And they're like,
weird
okay.
because he just does.
And they just caved.
It's weird because he does food reviews and stuff, which is kind of a weird. I don't know how that works, but anyway. Yeah. And that's another reason he's kind of out of stuff right now. He's dealing with that kind of stuff. So.
It's a real injury. Don't worry, fans.
Yeah, it's a real one. No dirt sheet, fake BS, fake news here. But I think we should just end on one last thing I want to talk about. Recently, the PWI 500 came out. The top 500 wrestlers of 2016 through 2017 from June to June. And I got the top 10 here. So I'm going to read off the top 10 for you guys. I don't know if you've seen them or not. But here we go. Number 10, The Miz. Number 9, Bobby Roode. Number 8, Dean Ambrose. Number 7, Samoa Joe. Number 6, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 5, Kenny Omega. Number 4, Roman Reigns. Number 3, Kevin Owens. Number 2, AJ Styles. Number 1, I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but it's Okada. That's the Japanese guy. I don't know.
Chicho, Okada, something along those lines.
Chujika.
Yeah.
Chujika.
Everyone knows. If they're hearing this, they know who Okada is.
Yeah, everyone knows who Okada is. Yeah, he's the New Japan.
Okada deserves that. He really does. People underrate him like a motherfucker, but if you watched him in the G1 this year, goddamn, that guy fucking put on a great fucking storyline throughout the entire tournament and had some amazing fucking matches and just had some amazing balls out matches before the G1 this year. So anyone who kind of doubts him, they haven't watched enough Okada.
Now, I haven't seen a lot of Okada. I'll be completely honest. I've actually only seen a handful of things from him, including his Kenny Omega matches.
That's all I saw.
But it's interesting that they give him the top nod when he's more, I wouldn't say, slightly underground for an American audience.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they're trying to be worldwide, the PWI. So.
Although to be fair, I would have, as much as I like that pick, I would have said honestly for my own personal enjoyment, Tomohiro Ishii should have been the number 1 slot because that guy was the MVP for New Japan this entire year. Like, that guy just fucking busted his ass.
I think Ishii. He's number 39 on the list.
We're talking what, June, like July to July?
Yeah.
You look at AJ Styles coming up with his title wins, and now he's been. I got to think AJ is number 1. That's mine.
I looked back. He wasn't even number 1 last year. I don't know how AJ. He was number 4 last year. So
because he was only in Japan. He didn't.
It was 2015.
No, right.
That had his whole.
Forgive me. Yeah, that was the Rumble. God, you would have thought he'd be number 1 for that period. Jesus.
I know. I mean, he is number 2.
First bit in WWE was in AJ.
Yeah, he was in for half of that year. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but his first WWE stuff was like he was still figuring out a little bit.
It is weird that it cuts off in the middle of the year. So, but yeah, AJ I agree. I mean, it's kind of the fact that I feel like AJ because I don't know enough about Okada. I know I've heard he's an amazing wrestler, and I watched the stuff and he was good, but I don't know what they really rate everything on when they base all their top 500. I don't know if it's like pure skill. I don't know if it's accomplishments. I really don't know.
I gotta guess part of it is the storyline too, because there's this sort of underlying storyline with Okada where Kenny Omega keeps calling him out and basically saying, you're the paper champion that they're putting up, that you're great and you've brought New Japan to new heights, but you're not the champion New Japan needs to go worldwide and global. I'm the real champion that they need, and you're just hanging on by a thread, and it's only a matter of time before I beat you and take New Japan to just like a new level. Mm-hmm. And that's been sort of the underlying storyline. But the idea has been that Kenny Omega up until now has not been able to beat Okada, and it's just pure like really basic pro wrestling storyline stuff. And oh my god, it actually works really well.
Isn't that exactly the kind of story we were saying for Cena and Roman?
Yeah, but
that's what I was
done it the
saying.
right way.
I didn't even know that was what their story is. I'm like, I described it like an hour or 2 hours ago. Holy fuck!
I do find it interesting because Kenny's number 5. I find it interesting that New Japan has number 1 and number 5 for the top 5.
And WWE has the other 8.
Yeah.
Well, true, but
take that, Global Force.
2 in the top 5.
I was gonna say no TNA.
Global Force.
No Bobby
okay,
Lashley.
Bobby Lashley's number 18. That's not that bad. I mean, I feel like he's kind of. I would put him.
I've said this before, but if I could shake Bobby Lashley's hand, I would, because he's figured it out.
He's below Christopher Daniels, who was 17. He was one below him, and Daniels pretty much led Ring of Honor during that time. So,
I want to know, where's Cody on that?
Cody on this list. Cody is down at Cody Rhodes, 33. 33. Okay. He's right below Ziggler and above Braun Strowman.
The interesting thing would. Yeah, the interesting thing would be to see where these guys were last year.
It does. I have it on here. It shows what they were last year.
Oh, okay.
Are you asking what Cody was last year? He was 111 last year. So he moved up to 33.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, it has right on here.
You look at it too. Like we talked about Miz beforehand, like last podcast, and like how he belongs main event, how he's got the Miztourage, and remember that discussion, Bomber?
Yeah.
You look at him in there with Cena and Roman, I'm like, holy fuck, here he goes. This could actually be it. He's top 10 on this list. I'm like, yes, this is what I'm talking about. This can work.
Yeah.
If you just do it right. You can't have Miz be a world beater. That's literally not the point.
He is one of the better heels right now.
His act works for that.
Yeah, so, and he moved up from 22 last year to 10. So he did break the top 10.
What I like was him when he's in there with Cena and Roman, saying like, "Oh, you deserve it." He's like, "I'll take that." Yes, I do. It was like, "Yes, be a heel. Use it against them." And so good.
Peanut, when we brought this up in the chat, I saw you took a shot at Dean Ambrose. You said you don't think he should be number 8.
Whoa.
I agree with this.
It wasn't a shot at Dean Ambrose. It was a shot at you. Just kidding.
Motherfucker.
I don't agree that he's top 10 this period.
Really?
It was one of those things like, when I was looking at the list, he was like the first name that I thought like, like, should he be top 10? Like, I know you kind of point out like he had all these accomplishments, he did things throughout the year, which people do, but there was nothing that was great. He didn't, like, for the most part, I mean, we've all talked about it on the podcast, but none of us were really invested in what he was doing. It just felt like
correct. And if I feel if we really
were, whole thing about him when he, like a couple months ago, where it's like, oh, Dean Ambrose doesn't care, and that was like a thing, like everyone in the this wrestling community thought it. So like, I don't know. I just maybe 10 on the list, but I think the Miz could be higher. Like maybe swap those, and I wouldn't have thought anything of it.
Yeah, like
I don't think the Miz had a better year than Ambrose did, though. I don't think that's. I don't know.
He brought the IC title to such great heights. I mean, they kind of
Miz had those matches with Ziggler.
It's amazing that he's done it every time they took the title off of him. They give it back to him, and he brings it right back up.
Yeah.
Which shows that he's consistently delivering. He's not just, oh, here's a Money in the Bank, here's an IC title reign. He's doing something with it.
That's why it leads me to believe, has me questioning. Sorry, what?
I was just going to say, who do you replace Dean Ambrose with, though?
I mean, the person right below him was Bobby Roode, and I don't think you put Bobby Roode ahead of Dean Ambrose.
No, I agree with it there. Who's number 11?
Number 11 is Neville, which, I mean, that's high. I feel a little too high, but I mean,
that's high, but I see what they're going for.
Yeah. And then another guy, it's a Japanese guy right below Neville. I'm not sure. It's Naito. You know who that is?
Naito.
Naito. Yeah.
And then under that's Randy Orton. So I mean,
okay.
And then I guess since I'm right here, I'll just round on the top 15. Adam Cole is 14, and Bray Wyatt is 15. So that's the top 15.
That's Bray Wyatt's way too high as well.
Yeah, because I presume Finn, because he came back this year, so he doesn't belong anywhere higher.
Yeah,
he was out most of it.
He's actually Finn's down to 28. He fell from 3 to 28.
Wait, he's at 28, he was only really in for like a month in August.
Yeah,
and then
see this right here,
May, June. That's weird. He's only in for 4 months of the whole period.
This is really what's got me confused, and why I feel like this is very achievement driven. Is Jinder Mahal is ranked 30 of 500. So, and he's never been ranked. Or he wasn't ranked last year anyway.
Yeah, no, he's had a good year in that period.
But 30,
I guess. Oof, yeah.
Above the names he's above. Just listen: Marty Scurll, Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, Braun Strowman, T.J. Perkins, Alberto El Patron, Ethan Carter III, EC3, Kyle O'Reilly, another Japanese guy. That's the Tanahashi guy that you're talking about. Both of the Young Bucks, Sami Zayn, Rusev, the Hardy Boys. I feel like the Hardy Boys should be, especially Matt. I feel like Matt should be way higher. They have had
a fucking hell of a year for that period, all the TNA stuff and Ring of Honor. They belong higher. I would have put them in the top 10, actually.
I would have put them in the top 15 at least. But yeah,
for that period, yeah.
See, to have Jinder Mahal.
Have you said Brock Lesnar yet?
Brock Lesnar.
Wow.
He was above. He's above. He's above him. He's 25. Brock Lesnar's 25. He was above Jinder Mahal.
I agree with that.
I'm okay with that, because he's not there for much, but he's always in when he's
a big draw.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I
honestly would have put the Hardys up in the 10.
The fact that Jinder Mahal is that high, though, I feel that helps out like people that have accomplished things as far as...
This is the top 500 wrestler,
pro wrestlers,
saying, right?
Pro wrestlers of the year of that year.
So they're probably basing on the fact that this guy came back from nothing to win the title in his first try.
Yeah.
That they're as much as it is, PWI is still very kayfabe following.
True.
In that, look, this guy won the title. That's a big deal for him. This is an accomplishment that we will recognize as a big deal. They're very in that. They're not like some jobber won. They're like, no, look at this man. He's elevated himself.
That is true.
They're doing that.
I like Samoa Joe's comment on this list. Basically,
I did see him, yeah.
and any workers out there, or any other people who have hurt feels over the ranking in this should just, he's got a brick to throw at your fucking head.
Yeah,
so shut up. It really doesn't matter that much.
Exactly.
Though, to us fans, though, I feel like it matters to us. It matters to
it gives us something too.
It's big to us anyway, because they've been doing it since fucking 1990.
Dude, yeah, I was doing some house cleaning. I found the old PWI almanacs, and I've got the ones from like the mid 90s when they started those, and they've been doing them for 10 years at least before that.
So it's not like it's
this is since the Hogan Flair era. So
yeah, it's got some credibility as far as some lineage to it, some history behind it. But anyway, I just wanted to bring up the top 500 in case people haven't heard about it yet. It just recently came out. But other than that, I just got to say Adam Cole's gonna fucking win the world. That's pretty much my last comments.
Last podcast, I said there's rumors of a Ring of Honor faction for NXT, and you're like, that'd be fucking great. And look where we are now.
Yeah, and I'm glad.
Very happy with it. This is a cool moment because it's different for NXT. It's like, oh, it's the guy came back, he redeemed. No, he's the champion. Oh fuck, who's these guys? What are they doing? Oh shit.
There's some interest again. There's some shakeup.
It's almost like the NWO, how you had Hall come out, then Nash, then the third man.
Yeah.
Yeah, really kind of was. You had O'Reilly.
You got the tag team,
and then it's Cole.
Yeah, and then you got Cole.
Yeah.
I just really hope they don't fuck this up. Cole is a fantastic wrestler. He's very good. I hope they send him to the moon, and he's going to show everybody that he can actually do it.
Don't worry. It's on NXT. It'll be fine.
On NXT, it's going to be great. I'm not worried about NXT, actually. I'm not worried about that at all. I know it'll be good there.
His first day on the main roster, he'll have a roll-up loss to Kalisto.
Yes,
it'll be good.
No doubt. No doubt. But anyway, I just want to point that out because in case you don't already know, that's my next Dean Ambrose, guys. Adam Cole. Just a fair warning for everybody listening.
Well, at least he dresses better than Dean Ambrose.
It's his character, and if the person that dresses like a dick the most in real life, by the way, that I've noticed, Seth Rollins dresses like a fucking dickhead. Okay, have you noticed?
Sweatpants, sweatshirts. Yeah,
probably is a dickhead.
No, the way he wears his hat, I would just want to fucking drop kick him in the jaw.
How does he wear his hat? What are you talking about?
Just Google, just fucking anything you find. Seth Rollins in street clothes.
I'm gonna get a dick pic now, you jerk. I don't.
Oh well, yeah. Don't Google Seth Rollins. Okay.
Seth Rollins.
Don't do that. Sorry.
Hat.
Yeah, don't Google Seth Rollins.
Basically,
Seth Rollins.
Oh, you're
Great
right.
Balls of
Fuck
Fire.
him.
no, I mean, at the pre-show,
There's
if you
8
watched,
pictures and 7 of them are this bullshit sideways bullshit.
yeah, if you watched the SummerSlam pre-show, him and Ambrose did a little interview, and he was dressed like normal, and he was wearing his hat like that. It was fucking anyway. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Fuck this
yeah.
guy.
He's the biggest heel there is.
What a moron.
He's a bigger heel than Kevin Owens.
There it is.
Sorry,
But
Raph. He's been beat.
anyway, that's all I gotta say. You guys got any final words before we head out of here?
Fuck Seth Rollins' sideways hat.
Yeah, fuck his sideways hat and get well soon, Oscar. I love you.
I don't know. I think he looks kind of cool.
God damn it, Peanut. God damn it.
Someone had to.
I'm just
All
trying
right.
to get heat.
You're getting it, all right. All right, well, we're out of here, guys. Glad you guys stuck with us this long. We definitely went long because we haven't been here in a month. We had a lot to talk about. So we will be back in 2 weeks, crossing my fingers. We'll see you then. Bye.